welcome to my first Decorating with the Seasons video. I'm really excited to share this one with you because fall is just magical. What else can I say? There's something really magical about the leaves changing colors, the crisp autumn air that makes you want to just cozy up in a warm sweater and sit down with a warm cup of tea. I'm going to start off by showing you what I bought in my Halloween hunting adventures, and then I'll take you along with me to decorate. Alright, so first, these I already had. These are paintings my daughter made several years ago, and they're perfect. I'm excited to put them up. Here we have some ghosts that I grew up with. I'm pretty sure my mom made them when I was younger. This is a hat, witch hat, just behind them. It's a McGonagall hat. And then I have these old cauldrons, and that's a pumpkin I got at Hobby Lobby last year. These are the things I got at the dollar store. These are lights, pumpkins, and fall leaves. And I just put batteries in these little battery packs. And there you go. They're super cute and fun, and they were only $1.25. These I got at Hobby Lobby this year. I love gnomes, so I needed to get a Halloween gnome. These are the things I got at Big Deal Outlet. It's here in Salt Lake County, and you can just find the cutest things for so little. That bag, $3.50. This dish towel, I don't know how much it was, but it was less than $5. That book is for my daughter, who's autistic. I knew she'd like the crinkliness of it. This I got for my car rear view mirror. I needed something that I could hang that was fun and Halloween-y. These pumpkins were like $4 or $5 each. Super cute. These, I think like $2 or $3 for those. Yep, $2.50. These little pumpkin candles, I really loved those. And then I got these garlands also at Big Deal Outlet. And usually you'd spend, I don't know, 15, 20 more, I don't know. And I only spent a few dollars on each. Same with this pumpkin garland. They're just so cute. So I don't know how much, it was only a few dollars, I'm pretty sure. But here I'm like, trying to remove the Big Deal Outlet sticker to see how much it was at TJ Maxx, and I think it was about $15 when I looked closely. This is another dish towel I found that was just so cute. The ghosts with glasses. Oh, I love it. These ghosts, this little couple, was like $5, and it just made me so happy. These I got on Amazon. Not too bad, I think. $15 or $20 each. They're for lighting. It's for spooky lighting. This is what I got. This and the next few things I got at home. This pillow is just beautiful. They have beautiful pillows at home. I love the stitching. I think it was like $25 or $30. Here I'm trying to find the tag to show you. $29.99. Anyway, I loved it. And then this pillow is for my front porch. I love all the beading. It kind of has a retro-y vibe. Happy Halloween. Yeah, I love it. And then again, I'm looking for the tag for you. But I think, yep, $24.99 I think is what it was. Okay, I'm not seeing it, but I'm pretty sure that's what it was. This two little stacked pumpkins, and it lights up. You can put batteries in it. Just really fun. $16.99. And of course the retro truck, $14.99 with the ghosts and pumpkins. It made me happy. What can I say? All right. Can't decorate until I put my apron on. I love aprons. There's just something really classy about them. And I love to wear dresses. I love to wear cute clothes, but you need something to protect them, and aprons do a great job of that. Putting away the summer decorations. There's something, I don't know, the transition from one season to the next. There's something really fun about putting away the old and making way for the new. course, I had to light my candle. I got it at Hobby Lobby. Wonderful vanilla-y scent with kind of a fall spice to it. I wasn't quite sure what to do with these, but I thought putting them on my bookshelf would be a way to spice up my bookshelf for the fall. Just finding all the spots for my paintings. Something nice about having an artist in the family. You have your own artist to commission paintings of for, yeah. You guys love these ambient scenes. They just make me so happy. It's such a, I mean, it doesn't cost anything really, right? If you have YouTube and a TV to put a scene on the TV and just really create a vibe in a room. Here my daughter's helping me do some decorating. Thought those pillows would look cute there on my little coffee table. That table is actually from somewhere in Asia. It was my great-grandfather's. Those old kerosene lamps. I don't know where they came from, but my mom had them from when I was younger. So part of choosing what decorations I wanted for fall, I first had to kind of think about what I was going for, what feeling I wanted to create in my home with the decorations. I think that's something really important to consider when you're choosing decorations, when you're putting together the look for your home, even the items that are there long term. What is the feeling you want people to feel when they come into your home? What do you want to feel when you come into your home? And I think everything plays a factor in the energy, vibe, whatever word you want to use of the feel of our home. Everything from the furniture that we choose to the decorations, to the words we say, to the music we listen to, the movies we watch. I think it all has a bigger impact on the spirit in our home than we realize. So it took partly one reason why sometimes it takes me a while to decide what I want to put in my home, what I want to decorate with, is because it really matters to me. It matters to me what that feeling is that I'm creating. And I think if we take care in what we're creating, we can make a place, a home that is very healing for everyone, including ourselves, to come home to feel peace when we come home, to feel like we can relax, that we can take a load off, that we can put our worries behind us for a minute or set them aside. And so this is important to me when creating a home. There's a memory I have. I was living with my grandparents in college, and let's see, it was a colder day. My grandmother, she usually made dinner, and she usually always had a beautiful setting, nothing elaborate, but a nice setting at the dinner table, and things were tidy, and she usually was playing music, or there was an old classic movie playing on the TV, and there was just a really special feel when you came into my grandparents' home, especially around dinner time. And I remember one day in particular, she decided to light the fireplace. And they had a real fireplace. It was really cool. And so she dimmed the light, she lit the fireplace, she made it, her typical beautiful setting. Nothing elaborate, but nice. Layout on the table with a candle burning, and dinner was ready. And my grandfather came home from work, and I remember him just coming in the door and seeing his face light up, and it was almost like literally a load was taken off his shoulders as he walked in the door and he saw this beautiful space my grandmother had created. And I remember him going up to her and just giving her the sweetest kiss and hug, and just thanking her for creating this for him to come home to. That it was just so pleasant for him and helped him after such a long, hard day working. And he owned a business, and I watched him. He carried a lot on his shoulders, a lot of stress, a lot of responsibility. And I think it really helped him to come home to that. And anyway, that always just stood out to me in my memory and impressed upon me the importance of that, of creating something for our loved ones to come home to. Now, definitely there's days we can do more or less, but even just little things we can do to make our home inviting, I think it can really make a difference in our lives and in the lives of those we love, and really help with minimizing stress and just creating more peace in our lives. Okay, so I totally talked all the way through it, but what I was just doing when I took the wagon out on that walk was I like to, throughout the seasons, go and collect items from nature, plants from nature, to decorate with in my home. I use them to help with decorating for the season. One, it's very inexpensive. And two, I think it just adds a lot. There's something about bringing nature inside that, again, just brings a really nice feel to our home. And there's just something so peaceful and healing about nature, right? And so bringing it into our homes, the more we can do that, I think just makes our homes all the more a place of healing and a place of peace, right? I just had to get the footage there of the skies as my daughter and I were out cutting these flowers, these sunflowers, because it just felt so fall-y. The air was a little bit crisp, and the clouds in the sky. I'm like, this is perfect. It feels like fall. So I had to capture that. She's helping me gather this all to decorate our porch with. Something else that's fun about decorating is you can do it with your kids, and they're going to remember it for years. I just have so many happy memories decorating with my mom. It's probably one of my favorite types of memories, category of memories growing up, is decorating for the seasons. Maybe that's one reason why I've had a desire to make these videos. I think because of growing up with that with my mother, I've always tried to make a point to do this with my kids, to have fun with them, decorating and making the season special, and letting them help. Even though sometimes I know it doesn't feel like they're being very helpful. If anything, sometimes it's the opposite, but it just makes it more, special, I guess. It's really fun kind of putting together these arrangements with branches and flowers from nature. It's just really fun to see what, you never know what the end result is going to look like. There's something really magical in that, I think, and very creative about it. And it's like there's no right or wrong. Like, you just put things together, and if if you like it, then you keep it. If you don't, then you tweak it. Sometimes you start over. But I think that's something we need to allow ourselves to do in the creative process, whatever it is that we're creating, whether it's a piece of music, a piece of art, or a bouquet of flowers for our porch, is to just flow, let it flow, see what happens. I think you'll see as I go along, I make various changes as I go along. I'll put things here or there, and then I'll take it back out, and then I'll add this, and then I'll change this to this placement. You just keep tweaking it until you're happy with it. Back to the idea of creating a space, creating a fill in your home with the story of my grandparents. I'm busy. I have 3 special needs kids. Some days there's just too much going on honestly, most days I just don't have time and energy to really put as nice of a table arrangement together and as nice of a dinner every day that I would like to. You have to find something that works for you. But there are little things I try to do to make my home inviting for my family to be able to come and sit down and have dinner together. A few of the things that I do that are really simple is just turning on some ambient music. Like in the fall, I love to turn on acoustic guitar and indie music, but that's more relaxing and chill. Or lighting a candle and putting it on the table. That's so simple and so quick. And the smell it brings. I remember when we fostered and then adopted our 2 oldest sons. And I remember my husband, one day, we were trying to figure out how to basically, he called it hacking our kids' brains to help them feel safer, to help our kids feel, like they could relax and let their guard down, and our boys needed that. Our boys needed to feel safe and comfortable, and we took them in when they were 12 and 13. That's a long time. That's a big change to have at that time in your life. 12 or 13 years, that's a long time to have lived with other people, had a different life, and then all of a sudden you're in a new home and new family and expected to embrace this new life. And so we were trying to figure out simple ways that we could make the transition, the process smoother, easier. So my husband did some research on simple ways to, what do they call, what's the right word? Makes oxytocin, creates oxytocin in the brain, the body. And one of those ways was to light a candle. I'm not sure, it's probably both the flickering of the candle, the smell of the candle. Just something so simple could help our children in our home help our boys to feel more safe, to feel more peace. And so we made a whole list. My husband called it hack our children's brain list. What are the simple things we can do that don't take a lot of effort, that can make it easier for them and easier for us, help us all feel more comfortable and more safe and more happy at home. And so that's what I do when at dinners. I'm just trying to do these little things like music and a candle that can create that oxytocin, that can help us all feel more at ease. So that's one thing I do. I light a candle. I like to have some kind of flower arrangement. Often it's like a fake flower arrangement, or it's something that I've taken from the yard that may or may not, whether it's alive or a dried plant. I like to have something like that. And if it's cold, I turn on a little space heater by the table to kind of give some added warmth to the space. I don't know, I think those are the simple go-tos that I have for dinner. Obviously, you know, having a nicer place setting is always fun, but that's usually, say, reserved for nights that I don't know, have the extra bandwidth. Adjusting things here. So I'm going to put up the lights now, like start arranging the lights for my porch. I was really excited about this, to have these orange lights. You know, I love lights in the winter, the white Christmas wintry lights. And I wanted something for fall, so I was really excited to do the orange lights. The scarecrow, a scarecrow I got at Hobby Lobby. It was just, I just loved it and had to get it. So here I'm just making some different arrangements, trying to get it just right. I felt like if the pumpkin was on the ground, that there was just, everything was low, and then the tall pitcher there in the back with the plants. So I felt like I needed some height, so I added the upside down pot, but that pot wasn't doing it for me. So I decided to try this more clay colored pot. And I'm really happy that I traded it out, because it just added the right touch there at the end. You'll see on our door we have this very cute black wreath. Our live-in helper with our special needs kids actually made that. Alright, so here's the house final reveal of how everything looked during the day. So those flowers I use, they kind of have the spiky metal look. Those are called echinacea. And I just think they're so beautiful. They turned out really well. I might make a short. I did add some extra fall leaves that ended up getting in the mountains later to some of these shelves, but maybe I'll make a little YouTube short of that. But otherwise, this is the final product. I'm really happy with it. I don't like to have too many decorations. I think there's I personally like to keep things simple. I don't like to feel overwhelmed by having too many decorations that I need to put out or clean up or store. So it's like finding the right balance of having enough to create the space I want to create while also not having too much, if that makes sense. Of course, I just had to show you what it looked like at night with the lights. Isn't that just fun? I don't know, it's so cozy. I really love how this turned out. Really glad I got these lights. Thanks for joining me, guys.